I started a pop-up restaurant in 2021, and here's why I think you should too. So we live in an age where everyone wants to get away from the traditional means of income, or just working for themselves. The challenge is there's always a chance of failure, and getting over that wall is something that not everyone wants to overcome. And in 2020, that's where I was. My wife and I have always loved hosting people in our home, especially for dinner. And given that I grew up learning how to cook and being a creative person, I always loved creating menus and experimenting with cuisines and pairing with wine and whiskey cocktails. And I think our guests appreciated that. The energy that we put into hosting with people and interacting with people, I believe makes it for a more rich conversation and warms up the ice in the conversations. And from there, it was like anything else. Someone was like, "You do this really well," and we had an amazing time. You should open up a restaurant. And that's easier said than done. I love a good challenge, and to me, this is what I needed to kind of put myself over the edge and take that leap of faith. And I'd always wanted to start a business venture. A way to push myself even if it failed, but I wanted to take that chance. So I spent 6 months, working on a business plan, meeting with advisors, and I was close to pulling the trigger on starting the application for the finance side, to start applying for a loan, looking at real estate, getting everything to start and launch. But because our concept is so unique and niche, I thought, hey, let's move this to a pop-up concept and test it out in the Fort Worth market, which is where I'm at. That way I'm still taking a chance. My overhead is a lot lower, but I'm still able to work my full-time job as I'm testing this venture out. Key and the biggest thing here is I was still willing to fail even if it didn't work out. Sometimes that's all we need, is really just to take that chance and really just push ourselves to get over that hurdle. So even if this didn't work out, I was still willing to try another business venture, but this was the push that I needed to get there. So that is where Heshima was born. So Heshima is Swahili, and it means a lot of different translations depending on where part of Africa that you're from. My dad, he's from Tanzania, and in kind of that region, it means community, it means honor, respect, dignity. And those are the type of values that I really wanted to push to the restaurant, because I want it to be about community, and people from all different walks of life, backgrounds are going to come together and share a meal and learn about, hosting, learning about new types of whiskey, how to pair wine with certain, dishes. And, they have to be able to kind of work together because you're sitting side by side, and, if you can't get along with someone just because they have a different belief than you, or they have a different experience from you, being able to have that core value, so that way they're reminded by it. So we have a unique dining experience that we've used culture and community. So we have everyone on one giant long table. We're not separated out. Everyone is sharing the same experience. We have a rotating menu with drink pairings, and our goal is to really bring people together to share a meal, learn about different cuisines, and understand how to pair drinks with courses, and really just have a good sense of community, which is something I feel that's kind of lacked really in the restaurant industry the past couple of years, especially coming out of the pandemic. So I didn't want this video just to be like, oh yeah, look at this cool new venture that I launched. It really is hopefully some encouragement for anyone out there that has this great idea that they want to start a side business, or even turn their hobby into something that could possibly make some financial freedom. Really, the main thing that I want to hit home is taking that chance is the best feeling that you will feel, even though it'll be the scariest. I remember the day before that we launched, I was so nervous because I was like, well, what if no one responds to this concept that I have? What if they start questioning all my background? I'm like, why are you doing this when you could be doing so many other things? And really blocking all those negative thoughts, and really just focusing on that, hey, if I fail, it's okay. The biggest thing is doing something for yourself and not just watching another headline of like, oh, this person launched, their own business. They launched their own concept of whatever that may be in their space, because they're willing to take that chance. And they understand that, hey, if it works out, then awesome. If it doesn't, we're going to try again. I remember the story about Edison when he was making the light bulb. He found so many ways, I forget the exact number, I think it was like 101 ways to not make a light bulb. But then the last try was him successfully making that light bulb. And sometimes that's what we need. You know, we might try a bunch of different business ventures before we'll find the one that really sticks and that makes us happy and passionate about and creative. And so this is what my story is. You know, being a real creative person, being a musician, among a myriad of other things, as my friends would tell me. I wanted something that I could get creative about and not just look at it from like something that will just make money. I enjoy, you know, developing these menus. I enjoy, you know, teaching people about how to pair, you know, drinks, about how to pair drinks with our courses. Introducing people to new whiskey. We've gotten to work with some amazing vendors over the last year, from Woodinville over in Washington, from Acre here in Fort Worth, and even westward over in Oregon. And those are experiences that I never would have thought I would experience, you know, starting out a business like this so small. So hopefully this was encouraging for some of you guys. Go out there and launch your dreams, and don't be afraid to fail, because you really won't know until you start. If anyone is curious about the restaurant, we're here in Fort Worth. The website is We Are Heshima. I'll have a link down below. Instagram as well, at We Are Heshima. We've got a dinner cup coming on September 18th. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.